Welcome, everyone. Today we have a show that I'm trying to put together and get a message out. Bethany Lutheran Church and some people that are involved, and I'd like them to introduce themselves, and we'll share some of the messages that they're trying to get out and help in the community. If you wouldn't mind introducing yourself, Pastor, and then all of us will talk together.
I'm Reverend Melba Dibble, and I'm new to Bethany Lutheran Church as their pastor. I began November 1st of this year. Al?
Alfred Hanna. My family joined Bethany around 2008, and we've been members ever since.
Okay.
My name is Heather White. I've been a member of Bethany since I was baptized there in 1982. My parents were married there, and now my children go there as well.
Ah, very good. And who's on your lap?
This is my son Benjamin. He's 2, and he follows me wherever I go.
Okay, very good. Hi, Benjamin. Well, I'll tell you what I would like you to do is kind of help us share your message and get your message out. I know you have a lot of different programs and a lot of different outreaches. So maybe if you could share some of those with us and help the community find out about them.
We'd be glad to do that. One of our biggest mission projects is to reach out into the community and let everybody know about us and the things that we do. And we have an extremely good youth program, and I'll let Heather address that.
We do. Our church is a little bit different in that we start Sunday school at birth. You can come and be a part of our Bible Beans program. It's birth to 3, so before you, or actually birth through kindergarten. So before you can even walk or talk, you're welcome to come and bring your baby and sing some Bible songs and listen to some stories. All of my children have been through that program and are still in that program. It's really wonderful for the little ones. And then we have our Bible Sprouts. They're the older kids. We have a good group going on. I think there's about 10 of them, right, that are in the Bible Sprouts?
12 to 13.
10. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And then after that, we have our post-confirmation kids, our youth group kids, and we've been able to really keep them involved with Sunday school, which has been amazing.
Yeah, that's real nice. Mm-hmm. So you have something for as the kids really get through different stages that, you know,
appropriate for
they're
all
still
ages.
active.
Yeah. And then after that, running at the same time, is we have adult Bible study, which they do many different programs and that, but it runs at the same time as the kids.
That's nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's before the service.
Okay.
And then at our service, we have communion every week. Mm-hmm. We have kind of I want to say a laid-back service. You know, I don't care if the kids are talking or crying or whatever. I've been known to go down and pick up a crier and take it with me while I do my sermon. But,
She's very spontaneous. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
We just have a good time. We feed the hungry. We work with the Family Promise Group, where a group of our people go and I think it's once a month or quarterly where they go and they help with the food one night. We were very active in the flood relief.
Yes, I
recently
know.
In Bethel Park.
How did that happen? Let's start there.
Well, how did that happen, Heather?
Well, we were having Vacation Bible School that week, the week of June 18th.
Yes.
And it was June 20th. We were having Vacation Bible School with a large group of kids in the basement of our church. And ironically, our theme was we were stranded on a desert island. And we had faith that God would help us. And lo and behold, the heavens opened up and it rained buckets.
Yeah.
We all were able to get to our home safely. But the next morning, we realized that our church basement had flooded.
Really?
And
decent amount of water, yeah.
we had quite a bit of water, so we were literally feeling stranded on that desert island. So we had a group of people who took care of the church that entire day, and we realized if we are flooded and in this situation, our neighbors are probably in the same situation. So we did our best to reach out to our own members and then further out into the community to provide support and help as we saw fit.
Okay.
And one of our members, Sid Litzenberger, got involved really involved with this project and, of course, pulled us all in with her. So we were able to help out. So those are some other things that we do. The women of the group do things like they make their quilts. I'm hoping they'll make the costumes for Vacation Bible School this year. We're
really?
going to be visiting Athens. And
Oh,
our
my
church has been
goodness.
doing the training for this particular company's VBS for the last 2 years now, where we train anyone in the area that is going to have that particular VBS. They come to our church.
Now, what is VBS? Vacation Bible School?
Vacation Bible School.
Okay.
It's
And
the
this is-
funnest week of the summer for
Really?
our kids.
It runs a week, and it's usually in the summer, right, in June
It's
normally.
always in.
Always in June. Yeah.
And we have activities and crafts and Bible stories and involve the parents and the kids, and we
Okay.
just turn the church into whatever that theme is that day.
Now, is that just for members of the church,
Oh,
or
no.
who's that? Tell me
No,
about
we open
that.
this up to the whole community.
To the public, yes.
Yeah, we really
And
do.
so I helped because I built a boat. That was part of the,
Really?
yes.
Wow.
He built the ark.
I helped sail, and they, as part of the theme, I think you had to tear the sail. Which really bothered me because I spent so much time. But they tore the sail apart and then symbolically patched it together again. She can
Yes.
explain what all that meant.
With prayers, yes,
With
we
prayers,
do.
okay.
So we do a lot of work with the elderly, the young people, and I think the word we want to get out is we're a small church, but we're very relational. When you come, you're part of the family.
Okay.
You're liable to be involved in something. When you're there 2 or 3 times, you're automatically involved in something. So
Well, that's good. Yeah, you find your own area of interest or niche, I guess, right?
We're unique in that regard. There are larger churches, and there are really, really small churches where we stand in between. Really small meaning, under 25 members, and really large meaning, hundreds and hundreds of members.
Right, okay.
We're in between there.
yeah, and we're part of the Evangelical Lutheran Church of America. So we're open for other people to come. We're not a very closed congregation.
I
at
see.
all.
Okay, that's
All
good
are
to know.
welcome.
Yeah,
That's
all
good to
are
know.
Welcome. So
Now, let's go back to the Vacation Bible School. First off,
you can come.
how do people, that's what
We're
I was going to
always
ask
looking
you.
for
How do
volunteers.
people know about it? How do people know when it is? Share with me, where is Bethany Lutheran Church? Where is that, and how do people contact you?
Bethany Lutheran Church is on the corner of Madison Avenue and South Park Road, which is right across the street from the Art Center in
Okay.
Bethel Park. We work, as far as Vacation Bible School, we start advertising in the local paper and on our church sign
Okay.
and all kinds of things. And during the summer, a lot of churches have Vacation Bible School. Ours is in the evening, and we feed the kids supper first. Then we're done about 8:30, and the kids can scoot on home.
Okay.
But we involve the last evening of Vacation Bible School. We invite the parents in for a picnic and to have an overview of the kids' week there.
Okay.
And we're always
to
looking
kinda
for
celebrate,
volunteers.
probably,
Oh, absolutely.
right?
Yeah, both. How much fun they had, and thank goodness it's over.
Yeah.
Because it is a active
Is that right?
week.
It's all
active
volunteer
week.
work, yeah. It's
You'll notice in our parking lot that Shem shares the parking lot with us, so we
Okay.
help the South Hills Interfaith.
Interfaith ministry.
Ministry.
Movement.
Movement now, yeah.
Is it?
They
Yes.
changed it.
That wrong.
Really? South Hills Interfaith Movement?
Movement, yes,
Okay.
sir.
So we volunteer over there occasionally, and we also provide a different food product each month to help them keep their stock of food up.
Yeah.
And they share the parking lot. We allow them
Okay.
to share the parking lot with us. So we don't only just do things within our doors, we are certainly reaching out. The post-confirmation class this April will be going down the street door to door to give out batteries to put in their smoke detectors,
Oh,
to
really?
remind people to change your batteries and to say hi to the neighbors. So
When is that, and what do you
in
call that?
April, and it's the post-confirmation kids. In other words, the kids that are probably in 8th, 7th, 8th,
Okay.
9th grade
Okay, okay.
and above. The times when they think they're too old for church,
Well,
Our
We know
kids-
you're never too old for church, but
That's right. Our kids are doing service projects,
We just had one recently.
a bowling. Yeah. Well, they went
No.
to the nursing home
Manor care. They've yeah.
really?
and worked with some residents there. They're going to build a quilt for the residents. So,
Oh, that'll be nice.
they had the kids had as much fun as the residents did.
I've heard that when you get the kids involved with people in a nursing home or anyone of different generations, it seems to be so rewarding for both generations.
Yeah.
It was.
One of the things I didn't tell you is, see, our Sunday school for both children and adults start at 9:45.
Okay.
Our church service
On
is
Sundays?
uh-huh,
Okay.
and our church service is at 11:15.
Okay.
Christmas Eve, our church service will be at 7:00
Okay.
for anyone who wishes to come, and it's a candlelight service.
So if people want to get a hold of you, they want to find out more. Do you have a Facebook page that they go through, or do
Why
they
don't you
call
address
your
that?
number, or do you have a website, or how do they?
We do
best
have a
this?
Facebook page, Bethany Lutheran Church. I'm sure it'll pop up.
Okay.
The website is www.blcbp.org.
Okay.
Bethany Lutheran Church, BethelPark.org.
Okay, that's good.
So
They can
that's
reach
the two
out to
best
you
ways.
there and call or swing by and attend a service.
You can
and
always
That's a
call.
good start, right? They could just walk in. Anybody could just come in
Absolutely.
and enjoy the service.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
We-
probably
we
a
would
good
love to have you
first
come.
start, right?
Yes.
And I'm always available. You can call the pastor. You can get that number off by calling the church.
Okay.
You'll get my telephone number also if no
Okay.
one's answering. All our information is on the website. We have a very active website. People
Really?
clicking to
Keeping it up.
Well,
to
and keeping
date?
it up to date, of course. For example, for Halloween, we do a trunk or treat, and we have cars outside with stuff all in them for kids. But then we also
that's
decorate
nice.
the inside of the church.
We had overflow, so we had to improvise. We couldn't contain it to the parking lot, so
Really?
now there's just a couple.
How many
trunk or
people
treats.
responded to the Facebook post? I mean, I think
Over
it was
500.
over 500.
You're kidding.
500 people.
So we can't really even do trunk or treat because people have to park. So they've taken over the parking lot. So now we just put cars with,
Couple of things on
yeah,
'em,
your
yeah.
car was
Yeah.
dressed up and a couple cars, and then we lead them into the church, and that's where we have all the decorations and give out the candy.
One of the last people that were at the trunk or treat, one family, I asked them, "Are you from Bethel Park?" Oh, no, they were from Green Tree, but they had seen it on our website
Really?
and brought their kids over.
Wow. Now, when is that? Is that Halloween night, or is that when is it?
About a week before
About
that.
a week before.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Wow, that's cool.
It was a lot of fun.
How
It was
long
a
have
lot
you
of
done
fun.
that? Was that
This
only
is our
once?
second year.
Second year.
You gotta have-
Overflow.
Yes.
In 2 years.
you got to have some fun sometimes. So you can't. You do a lot of mission work all year.
Who thought
Sometimes
that
just have a
up?
fun event.
Well, we sort of did. My daughter goes to one of the local schools, and they were having a trunk or treat, and I thought
Okay.
that would be awesome.
Well, it was,
So
I guess.
we started that, and we have Girl Scout groups that meet in our church, and we involved them because they wanted to help out. So
nice.
now we're involving other than just the church.
Yeah, very nice.
And then the friends of people who go to our church want to come, and well, I'll do.
yeah, that's nice.
So it just goes crazy.
So people do find their niche.
Oh,
like we
yes.
talked about. They find their
Yeah.
interests and expand
We're
on
always
that.
looking for ideas to engage with the community.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, it was fun. Other cases, we're looking to help depending on the situation.
Now, you mentioned feeding, that program on feeding the homeless.
It's called Family Promise.
What is that all about, and how does that dovetail with your church, and what goes on?
One of our members is very actively involved. Kathy Irwin goes quarterly, I believe, and it's a group of families that don't have a home,
Okay.
and they reside in local churches.
Okay.
They move, I believe, in 1 week they're at a church, and then
They
the next
rotate.
week they go to a different church, and they
Okay.
rotate. They are involved in work training programs, or they do have jobs, but it times can be hard.
Yeah, not
and
enough
they-
to
not enough
support
to maintain
independence.
a
Okay.
permanent home.
Okay.
So our one of our members, Kathy Irwin, is very involved and provides a meal to these families And
see.
our members all pitch in and help serve, provide the food, and Kathy does all the cooking and serves
see.
these families.
Even as they're moving, does Kathy and the group kind of follow them and help support for the? Okay, very, very nice.
So
Very, very
we help. Kathy will ask us to make something and then leave it in the freezer at the church, and then she picks it up.
Okay.
Or
that's
help
super
serve.
nice.
Some of our other members have also helped
Oh,
her serve
absolutely.
those families also.
Yes.
One other activity we've done in the past is we had a diaper drive, and we had a contest to see how many diapers we could get, and we donated those to a local diaper bank. People who are on WIC,
Yeah.
that doesn't cover diapers, and it doesn't cover diaper wipes. So we do both diapers and diaper wipes to help the families out.
Oh, that's nice.
So we try to find out what the need is in the area and then see what we can do. We can't meet all the needs,
Right.
but we can try. And
How do you find out about most of these? Is it from people approaching you or telling you, or is it from you seeking it out, or how do you do that?
it's from talking to people in the community or in different churches, different areas, different denominations. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What do you need help with? And then on Monday mornings at 8:30, we have a coffee with the pastor. You can come into Panera at South Hills Shops and just sit and talk. We just have discussions about whatever. It
That's
doesn't
nice.
matter.
Yeah.
Can we talk just real quick about our music that we have at
Oh,
Bethany? We have a
absolutely.
really wonderful organist named Kelly. She's incredibly talented, and she is our choir director also. They meet Wednesday nights, I believe, is at 7 o'clock. We have a really amazing adult choir. The kids practice children's songs on Sunday mornings during Sunday school, and the children also perform sometimes during service,
Oh, do
during
they?
our regular
Nice.
worship hour. And then our adult choir also sings anthems during our regular Sunday worship. But we have an amazing music
It's a really good place.
department. It's an amazing. She does an amazing job with
Yeah.
everything she does at our church.
If you're out there and you have some good pipes,
Or even if you don't,
Yeah, even if, she'll cover it up.
even if she'll just play a little louder. That
or just come in and blend in, which was what I would do if I joined.
The first Sunday of every month is Kids Sunday.
Okay.
So the children in the congregation do all the little jobs around the offering, the
do
greeting,
they?
the reading, the whatever. The kids do it. And that's the Sundays that they tend to sing. And it's just, it's marvelous to watch.
That has to be.
It's
Excellent.
so much
the
fun.
I don't
kids
think
have
I've
a
ever
lot
seen
of
that.
fun.
Oh,
The
they
kids
have
take it
fun.
very seriously when they are the usher during communion and they are
Yeah.
telling the pews when it's time to go up for communion.
Right.
The kids take that job pretty
That's good.
pretty seriously, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun for them, and it's a lot of fun for the rest of the congregation also.
That is
So the
nice.
kids usually sing on that day. Yeah, it's good to watch.
I mean, that's
Good to
what
be a
got us
part
to
of.
join was the Sunday school program.
Is that right?
Yeah, we were trying the church out, and it was a very vibrant. They had the kids, like they have names for them now. Back then, so now it's the Beaners or the kindergarten or younger, and the Sprouts. Yeah, so our kids were Beaners then, and yeah, they. So what can you really do? You can't really, teach the higher level things. So they read basic books, and then, turn it just like classroom. Turn it around, read the book. They have all kind of musical instruments, and they bang the instruments, and yeah.
That's nice.
And
Just
we
so
love to
making it
craft.
fun.
We also
Yeah.
love to craft in the
Lots of
Bible Bean
craft.
lessons.
Absolutely.
We especially love glue.
Yeah. I do remember
glue.
that as a child, as a matter of fact, all over the place.
Yeah. A member named Emily, she started that, and we have been continuing it ever since. Yeah, it's a great. There needed to be something for the younger kids. So
Yeah. Now, the ever since is from when? What does that mean as far as Bethany Lutheran Church? What does that mean? When did they originate in Bethel Park? And tell me a little bit about that.
My understanding is they broke ground, maybe, in 1934.
I believe. Don't quote me on that.
They
but
might
it
have broke
was-
ground earlier. But the picture we have of the congregation that built the church with all, just donations.
members.
Yeah, founding members was 1934.
Wow.
And we have families there of the founding members still, the
Of the
different
founding
generations.
members?
Yes.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Of the generations. So my husband and family and I moved here in 2000. And I remember walking, I have 15 children.
15 children.
15.
Yes.
That's a 1
She
in
made
a
a
5.
big splash when she arrived.
1 in a 5. I can remember walking in the first Sunday with like 9 of them behind me, and we sit in the front pew because that's the only place they're going to mind is in the front pew.
Yeah.
Right in front of where my family sits. So we were all like 1, 2, 3,
that
4,
right?
5.
And I think we doubled the number in preschool that day,
Yeah.
and we
I
were
wasn't there, but I heard about it.
Doubled it
Yeah.
in one day.
So they were kind of glad to see this.
Wow.
But it was friendly, family friendly then too, And then we left for a while because I went to seminary, and then it's just been a movement of the Holy Spirit, I believe, that's brought us back here again. So we're back again.
So did you catch it though? She was a member, then she went to seminary, became a pastor, or an ordained pastor, and then came back, and now she's
As
the leader
our
of the
pastor.
church.
Yeah.
I was going to ask what brought that around from when why did you first go there? And secondly, can you share a little bit about what brought you from there through that journey to this point?
When we moved here from Iowa, we were Lutheran, and my kids wanted something more exciting for church.
Okay.
We moved here at Christmas time. So Christmas Eve, we went to another church, and we walked out of it, and I sort of looked at my husband and the kids. I said, well, kids, how do you like this?
Yeah.
We don't like this.
Okay.
And it was a band and all this kind of stuff. So I happened to drive past Bethany, and I just stopped. And I went, the side door was unlocked, so I went into the office, and there were 2 people standing there.
Yeah.
And I asked them about the church, and the next Sunday we were there. I think I can certainly credit the pastor that was there and his wife at that time for helping move me on
Okay.
to go to seminary. When I came out of seminary, I joined a co-op of 12 churches. So there were 5 pastors, 12 churches that we were working with. All churches are experiencing a decline in membership and funding and things. And Bethany had decided a year and a half ago to join the co-op to
Okay.
get themselves stable and to see what we
Share
could do.
resources and all
Right.
that. Sure.
Practice, yeah.
And so we had a rotation of pastors that come in
Okay.
each week. Each pastor would do 2 churches every Sunday, but you had a primary church.
Okay.
Bethany was my primary. And the year
Was that just a luck of the draw kind of thing? Or did
What,
you
as being
just
primary?
yes. Or
I had
because you were
said I
closest in proximity, like living here and
right, because I knew the church.
right.
It made sense.
yeah, it
Right.
She
did.
lives close to.
I live a mile from the church.
Yeah.
Okay.
It stabled the church out, gave them stronger footing,
Okay.
and they were able to now say, let's try it. We'd like to have our own part-time pastor. And I was willing to go part-time. I was ready for one church and part-time.
Okay.
So it just worked.
Yeah,
It just all fit together, which was totally amazing.
Obviously, it did, because now, from what I'm hearing and seeing, you're beginning to thrive and energize or re-energize or whatever with the activities you're reaching out into the
They're
community.
ready.
And
They're
yeah,
ready.
right?
Yeah.
We just had 2 new families join with young children, and that was me.
Yeah.
That was our family 10 years ago, and we haven't left since. And the kids are still in the program, and they enjoy it.
And these
I think
kids
I would
are
recommend it.
all growing up together now. You have your family,
Yeah.
and then you have your church family. And I tell my girls and Benny all the time is that you can rely on your family and your church family. It gives you a sense of community, and you know that there's always someone to lend a helping hand if you need it.
So what I'm hearing through all of these conversations you're reaching out as to your best abilities to when people present you with a need. You're trying to find if you have an opportunity to help. You can't help
Sure.
everyone. You can't do everything, I'm sure. But you're trying to look for ways to help more people. And what message would you like to share in a wrap up here on what you'd like people to know or what you'd like people to do?
The little church on the corner of Madison and South Park
God bless
Road is a family-friendly church that welcomes anyone who walks in the door. Our people are working to help others, and it really is a close-knit group. If somebody is absent at church for a couple of weeks, somebody's calling to make sure they're okay.
Okay,
And it
that's
isn't
nice.
just the pastor. I mean, it's the congregation that sees this. So they watch out for each other, but they aren't in your business all the time either. So
Okay. Yeah,
you
that's
know.
good.
We obviously want to get the word of God out more. Our mission is to spread that word and to let people know that they are loved so much.
Okay. Well, appreciate that. I very much appreciate you all coming in so we can help share this message and help people be aware of you and contact you.
Well, we thank you.
Again, the best way to contact you, either through the Facebook or through the website, would you say?
Or call
by-
the church.
Or just walk through the doors.
Or
There
walk
you
through
go.
the door.
There you go.
What is the
Walk
phone
through
number
the
if they
doors.
choose to call the church?
412-835-9229.
Okay. And then
Or you
we'll-
can call me, 412-212-8794.
Okay, very good. We'll post this all on the video, and anyone listening on radio, that'll help too. Thank you all very much for coming in. I hope this helps share your message.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.